"Tell him I'm your wife," said the millionaire's wife, and her words left the whole room in zipper mouth face shushing face. The chandelier light shimmered across the marble floor when Evelyn Carter, the elegant wife of billionaire businessman Richard Carter, pulled up to her mansion after a week-long charity tour. She expected to see order, silence, and the usual perfection that defined her household. But instead, she froze. There, in the backyard, her immaculate backyard, stood Michael, the janitor. His worn-out uniform was drenched, and beside him, a little boy splashed around in a plastic water tube. They were laughing. Loudly, carefree. Evelyn's first instinct was shock. In her pool? With his child? Her security guard noticed her expression and muttered, "Ma'am, should I call Mr. Carter? Or, remove them?" But something about the boy's laughter stopped her. It was pure. Real. A sound Evelyn hadn't heard in her own home for years. She took a deep breath and walked closer. "Michael," she called softly. The janitor turned instantly pale. He jumped out of the water, almost tripping over himself.
"Ma'am, I'm so sorry. My son, he's never seen a pool before. I just wanted to let him cool off while I was cleaning. Please don't tell Mr. Carter. I'll leave right now." Evelyn looked at him, his hands shaking, his eyes filled with fear and exhaustion, and then at the boy, who couldn't be more than 7, clutching an old rubber duck.
"What's your name, sweetheart?" she asked gently. "Tommy, ma'am," the boy said shyly. "My dad said rich people never play in the sun, is that true?" The question hit her harder than expected. Evelyn smiled faintly, blinking away a tear.
"Well, Tommy, maybe they just forgot how." Later that evening, Evelyn sat in the grand dining hall, surrounded by polished silver and silence. Richard came home, tossing his jacket to a butler. "Evelyn, you look thoughtful. Everything all right?"
"There was a situation with one of your staff," she said quietly. Richard frowned. "What kind of situation?" She hesitated, then decided to tell him everything. How Michael had let his son play in their pool, how scared he was, how kind and gentle the child seemed.
Richard's jaw tightened. "That's unacceptable. I pay him to clean, not to."
Evelyn interrupted sharply. "To be human?" He froze. She rarely raised her voice. "He's a father, Richard. He wasn't stealing, he wasn't disrespecting us. He was letting his boy be a child. When's the last time you even smiled at someone who works for you?" The table fell silent. The next morning, something strange happened. Evelyn invited Michael and Tommy inside. Not for scolding, but for breakfast. She served pancakes herself. Michael was speechless. "Ma'am, this isn't right. The others will talk." Evelyn smiled. "Let them talk. You've been serving us for 3 years, haven't you?" "Yes, ma'am. And never once late, never once complained, even when your wife passed away." Michael's eyes widened. How did you know?" "I read the file my husband keeps on staff. I saw your emergency contact. None listed. That told me everything." The room grew heavy with emotion. Tommy looked between them, confused but smiling as Evelyn cut his pancakes into little squares. Just then, Richard walked in. The staff froze. The billionaire surveyed the scene. His wife at the table with a janitor and his son. His voice turned cold. "Evelyn, what is this?" She looked up, calm but firm. "This," she said slowly, "is breakfast. And before you ask, tell him," she paused, looking straight into Richard's eyes, "tell him I'm your wife." The room went silent. The butlers, the maids, everyone froze mid-breath.
Richard blinked, confused. "Evelyn, what are you?"
"I said tell him I'm your wife, Richard. Because as your wife,